Hey friends, Nibs again. Out in the garage tonight doing a little bit of goofing around. It's been kind of a rainy and yucky day all day. Well, it was nice earlier when I was at church, but after that it kind of turned south. But I wanted to get out and do some testing with this one. If you guys watch my channel at all, you've seen this one in my bring home that I did from the gun show. And I got this one, and I got a Model 840, which is really pretty cool too, and a Sears and Roebuck version of the Daisy Spit and Image 1894. I got parts on order for that one. We'll get that one fixed up soon, but I really think that the amount of money I paid for all three of these, plus the entrance fee into the gun show, this one was well worth the effort for what I paid for all three of them. So, but what we have here is a Daisy model 499B, and there is a difference. There's a 499 that was a real early version. I did some looking up, and they made those in the mid to late 70s, and I found out from some reading that most of those only got distributed out to like 4-H clubs and other youth organized shooting organizations, and were never really released to the public. And not until they came out with the 499B did they become available to the public. But the difference was very minor, really. The biggest difference was the rear sight that they had on the 499 B was the same, just really rudimentary stamped metal peep sight like on the 99. If you go back and look at my video for the 99, you'll see what those peep sights look like. But this one is a 499B, and per the date code, let me see here, I got it written down, it was made in March of 95. So it's in superb condition for a gun that's pushing 30 years old, 28 so far, and not a speck of rust on it anywhere. The only detractor anywhere has got two little chips on the butt right here, but other than that, it is almost immaculate. It does have the previous owner, who I spoke to, actually put this little dot of red nail polish on there. And I thought about taking it off, but after I thought about it a little bit more, I decided to leave it on there, because the reason it's on there is because this particular unit was actually used in a pretty high-end youth shooting competition, and it's part of the history of the gun. If I took it off there, it'd just be another 499B. But this one was actually used, he said, for some high-end youth shooting competitions, and let me tell you, it is very, very accurate. very, as far as feet per second and all that, it is very not BB picky at all, and very tight shot count, or extreme spreads, no matter what BB I used in it. Let's get into those numbers. I have some, I have 4 different BBs here available to me in the garage right now, so I used all 4 of them and tried them out with the Daisy, just standard Daisy Precision Max. I had extreme spread of 3 with an average of 244.4, and with the Umarex Hornaday Black Diamonds, those were the best out of all. I had a extreme spread of 1. I had 4 shots that were 245 and 1 shot that was 244, and I did that over again, and it was actually exactly the same. So I don't know, but so I had an extreme spread of 1 and a average of 244.8. The Crosmans, got some Crosman Copperheads, actually had the highest extreme spread, but ironically, when I did my test groups, I had the actual tightest group. So but I had an extreme spread with these of plus and minus 6 and an average of 243. And then I tried the Dust Devils. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. I did a video on those last year, and those are like a powdered steel that's pressed together and intended to shoot. If you shoot at steel targets, they'll disintegrate. They're a lot lighter, probably about half a grain lighter than all of the rest of the steel pellets, and they were going faster. I had an extreme spread of plus and minus 5 and a average of 251.4, just a little bit faster with those. But all the rest of them were right around 243, 244. And all the steel BBs were grouped really well. The Dust Devils were very erratic, very large group, and some of them didn't even stay within the black bullseye. The two that shot the best for me, shooting offhand. So this gun is intended to be a 5-meter youth target gun, and I'm shooting 7 yards, so pretty close to what it was actually intended for. Maybe just a little bit more than what it was originally intended for. But I am shooting so the same bullseyes, I believe, that they actually shot in that competition as well. So this should be a really good test for it. But with the so with the Crosmans, I'll shoot another group on camera with you guys. With the Crosmans, had the best group right there, almost all one ragged hole. Oh, wait a minute here. Yeah, that's right. This is the Crosman right here up top. So really nice group. So don't pay attention to these shots down here. That was actually with a different gun afterwards, but you can see the shots here, here, from the Dust Devils. This is the shot group with the Hornadays, really tight group there. The Daisies did good. They were all on the black except for one, and that was probably just me flinching off. I was shooting offhand, but I'm going to shoot a group with the Crosmans and a group with the Hornadays again for you guys, and you can see how that goes. But before we do that, let's just talk about a couple more numbers with it. The trigger pull on it, really nice trigger pull, very repeatable. I had one that was just at 2 pounds. The other ones were just under 2 pounds. And I had an average, I got a picture here. I had an average of 1 pound, 14.6 ounces. Really nice trigger, not a lot of creep in there. I've shot a lot of the Daisy BB guns, and this thing is just, it doesn't compare to anything else that Daisy makes that I've shot anyway so far. But not as far as a BB gun like this anyway. And then actually I did use the Lyman trigger pull gauge to actually test on how, still cocked, nothing in there, but how easy it is to cock this, and it's amazing how light that is. It's actually 8 pounds, 5.8 ounces to cock this little sucker. So, but there you go. It does have a safety on the side here, and that's what I was telling you about with why they put this paint on there, because they were training the kids to always put them on safe when they're done with them, and the range master could look down range and right away tell if the gun was on safe or on fire. And so that's why they put that orange paint on there. So all right, let's get into some shooting. I'll shoot the Crosmans first. So the one thing, and I hope I can get this on the microphone, there is a magnet down inside here to catch these BBs so they won't roll out the barrel while you're aiming. And you want to listen for a click. Very faint, but I heard it. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but there's a little tiny click when the BB catches those that magnet, and if you don't hear that, you're probably going to have the BB roll back out the end of the barrel on you when you tip it down, if you tip it down. So let's see if I can repeat what I did before. The Crosmans were the best. Everything I've read online says the gun is much more accurate if you cock it first and then load the BB. I don't know. I'll have to play with that later. I'm not going to do that today. I think I'd almost have to do that off of a bench rest to really kind of prove that out. This thing is accurate enough where I would have to do it off a bench rest and see if they all go into one hole for one and not for the other or whatever. Ooh, bobbling a little bit. Okay, it's all still. So that was 3. So the guy that I got this from did say that he didn't have it with him, but each one of these guns, they had a little ramrod made up so that they were perfectly the right length for the barrel, so that would seat the BB down into the magnet the exact same amount every time, and that really made a big difference on how accurate these guns were as well. So I might have to think about doing something like that. He said it was like a little wooden dowel they had. I think they're all, so all but one are up towards the top of that black dot. One's down just a little low, but I kept them all on that target, which is pretty impressive for a smoothbore BB gun. All right, let's try the Umarex. These ones are seem to be a little bit tighter in this bore. It takes longer for them to come down and click into the magnet. That may explain the better shot deviation, just a little bit tighter, a little bit better overall seal into the bore. This is just an amazing little piece. This is gonna go head to head against some of my nice pellet guns and give them a run for their money. That's 3, I believe. Definitely takes a noticeably longer amount of time for that BB to roll down the barrel than the other types that I have. Oh, that one was, I believe, a little high and right, but I kept it on the target. I was squeezing just as I bobbled a little bit. All right, looks like a pretty good group. Let me just grab that target and take a look at it real quick. So you guys already seen them, but I'll put a picture of each one here as I'm talking about them. So the Crosman, all of the looks like all four of the BBs went into one ragged hole just above the center dot, and then I had one just drop a tiny bit low, but the Hornadays were all circled around the center dot there. And I'm sure with a little bit of practice I can really tighten that up too, but man, what a shooting little gun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, this guy's going to give some of these higher end BB gun or pellet guns I have out here some run for their money. We may try it out a little bit farther too, and maybe even try it off of a bench rest and see if I can even tighten it up a little bit better. But it's pretty incredible. Just never thought I'd see that kind of performance out of an actual BB gun, especially like a Red Ryder type of BB gun. But there you go. That's really, really cool. Daisy model 499B, and I don't think I showed you guys this, but this is the peep sight that came. They would sell this peep sight as an option for the older 499. You could buy it from Daisy to add on to the older 499, but when they came out with the 499B, it actually included this upgraded click adjustable for windage and elevation. Looks like a really nice piece. I haven't even turned the dials on it, so it's already dialed in for me, so I don't dare. But anyway, longer than I usually wanted to go for you guys again, but I thought it was worth doing a deep dive on this nice old piece, and look forward to seeing this guy on the channel quite a bit down the road. So hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.